What's up, brothers? It was another week of special teams, special plays, and special players. Nah, but really, this week had it all. A solar eclipse before the solar eclipse, a look at what a world-class hockey player eats,
pasta Alfredo, meat sauce, raw onion, hot sauce, and ketchup.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We had spills on the bench, Matthews hitting 69.
Nice.
Some incredible saves, incredible goals, hilarious commentary, whatever this was, and again, some beautiful moments to remind us of how special this game truly is. So join me with another week of taking a look at some of my favorite moments worth a second look. We'll start with that prank war from last week, and I told you we hadn't seen the last of it, and sure enough, Fleury took it to a whole other level. Put Duhaime's car up on cylinder blocks with no tires and left a signature, flowers on the hood.
I need a ride home. We're gonna deal with this.
And while he was kind enough to offer revealing where to find the lug nuts, Duhaime can't even change a tire to begin with.
I don't know how to change a tire.
Usually I never do pranks, but I think it was well known that he got my car last time.
Yeah, he said you can't change a tire.
I can't, he can't. That's his problem.
Needless to say, you don't start a battle you can't finish.
Hey Flower, it's Brandon. I just wanted to say that you won the prank war and I'm sorry.
And how about we go straight to a few quick ones? We had Marner who, where's he gonna go? Finally finding a spot on the bench, and luckily he was much quicker with it here. Saw he needed to get off the ice, and leaping into the bench, he avoids the penalty. Then we got Messier chasing Subban around with the cup.
I can't.
You're not a player anymore.
I could still win one. Camera, stop messing around. Get that thing away from me.
Touch it.
I'm not gonna touch it.
Hilarious, but I did not have this on my bingo card. And I didn't have this either. I mean, I'm still not sure what it is I'm looking at here, but it feels right. Then how about this goal from Velarde? Goes between the legs, top cheese, just beautiful stuff. Then over in Carolina, it was Svechnikov behind the net, and you already know. He certainly did, as it was his third Michigan in the NHL, and at this point, we need to just call it what it is.
I mean, Svechy starting off with the Svechnikov was awesome.
And finally, in Nashville, there's a battle for it, and Iafallo with a little extra would get called for roughing. But what was great was Evangelista. See that? That's where you're going. Bad boy. So good. And with that, how about some love for our officials? This week, we had Stephen Hiff making his NHL debut, so he had about 20 of his closest friends and family in attendance. Any guess which ones they were? And over in Dallas, not only did we get this incredible call,
Try to get after it and then
we also got these two, and they were great. After Dallas appeared to score, Marchman's stick got up a bit high, so we needed a closer look. And luckily, we had some unofficial officials right on it. Again, these two were awesome, and they were busy. While this one wound up indeed not being a good goal, over in the second, after Buffalo appeared to score, there had been a missed high stick just prior. And yep, again, they were right on it. Late in that same game, after a couple of meaty cross-checks, Heiskanen would get called. And not too happy about it, on his way to taking a seat, he tossed his stick. And did you see it? His glove went flying, and it went over the glass, which that now earned him a misconduct on top of it. He's like, hey, can I get my glove back? As he would end up having to leave the game. And on the subject of penalty boxes, we also got this. Erik Johnson coming out of the box brought a little extra baggage with him. The in-box official's headset came flying out with him, and what a mess. Not something you see every day, but it is a great way to get a whistle, because take a look. Kakko in front, and he might have had one here. Then let's head to that odd game in Washington. After what has been a tough season for Ottawa, they got a light at the end of the tunnel, because in the middle of play, Korpisalo suddenly had the sun beaming right at him as he had to wave the official down to stop play, because we got the solar eclipse just a day early. It was a wild scene, which I covered in a full video, but get this, it happened again. Against Tampa this time, and play was again delayed due to the sun. Now, it wasn't as dramatic this time around, but just a crazy thing to have happen twice in the same week. week. And somewhat similarly, with the lights fading on the Devils season, during practice this week, the lights literally went out at the Prudential Center. They couldn't get them back on, and they actually had to move their morning skate to another arena. Then check this out. Japan's Hirono Yoshiro from Gretzky's office back and forth, fakes the pass, and then tucks that baby in with the wraparound. Just a thing of beauty. Heading back to the SHL now, we got Halefteo captain Jonathan Pudas, who is injured, still making an impact. While not on the ice, he was there pumping up the crowd, and the environment over there looks like such a great time. And speaking of the Swedes, I learned what Erik Karlsson's pregame meal is. You know, 3-time Norris winner Erik Karlsson? Yeah, prepare yourself.
Special ranch sauce.
My guy, would you like some chicken with that ranch? But it gets so much worse.
Pasta Alfredo, meat sauce, raw onion, hot sauce, and ketchup.
I mean, to each their own, I guess. And some more quick ones now. We had Fox winning the Mr. Ranger award and whoop, nearly taking a spill. Meanwhile, Kreider, after taking one for the team, fully took a spill on the bench to add insult to injury. This week, we also had McKinnon showing us he's, just on another level. Similarly, we had Matthews scoring his 66th goal of the season, passing Ovechkin for the highest scoring season of any active player. But he wasn't even close to done. Later in the week, he went on to score number 69.
Nice.
Not so nice was Jack Hughes on the penalty shot. In, and I think he forgot something. So how about Hronek in OT? Big windup, nope, as he runs out of space. Okay, surely Caulfield can give us something. He's in, and the puck was not. Well, let's leave the scoring to the goalies then, as in the AHL, it was Louis Domingue towards the empty net, and to send them to the playoffs, he scores a goalie goal. You absolutely have got to love it. And lastly, USA goalie Aaron Frankel, some ice taps, and I think we may have a problem here. But while we got plenty of action in the hockey world this week, it was also the week of UFC 300. So we got to look at some of the fighters getting their hand at taping a stick, which was interesting to say the least. Not exactly sure what Gaethje is up to here, but in the spirit of fighting, this week we had Binnington after the whistle once again getting himself in the middle of it all, and then in San Jose, Josh Brown was letting him fly. First clipping his own teammate, then Koonin, then Bailey, then back to Koonin as he was dishing him. And finally, we got Crosby with Sherratt as Crosby gets the takedown and some good ground control here. Over in Anaheim, it was Pospisil in tight rebound, and Kuzmenko, there to clean it up, would score his third of the night for the Hattie, even if he didn't know it.
Second career hat trick. You got 21 on the season. What was going right tonight for you?
One question, I have a hat trick?
And lastly, to wrap things up, we got this awesome moment in Toronto, honoring the late Rodion Amirov, the 2020 first-round pick who tragically passed away last fall from a brain tumor. It was just a really special moment in Toronto as they celebrated a young man gone far too soon. But yeah, that about wraps it up for the Flyers. For the week. Thank you guys, as always, for watching. I appreciate it very much, and I'll leave you with a life-sized Yager bobblehead.